Hello viewers, and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. I think today it's time for the Unstable Flesh. This is a terrible trinket. This trinket does nothing. Except sell. But they were sort of out of time waiting for these guys to do something useful. So we're going to take advantage of the fact that boss missions give the same amount of XP as longs. This long, by the way, is a 100% of room battles, so that is why I am not interested in doing it. We need crests right now. We are a single portrait and 20 deeds away from the final upgrades for the guild and blacksmith respectively. But we are significantly short crests. We need lots of crests. So this awards crests. It will give us a lot of XP. The Unstable Flesh is one of the harder bosses. Not that are these people not all skilled up? What is going on here? Alright, your skills are good. Yours are good. What are you doing? We'll get this while we're here. Okay, it was just him for some reason. Oh, I didn't equip stuff before starting the video. It's almost like I'm terrible at my, at this thing that I'm doing. I was about to say at my job, but let's be honest. Playing video games is only a job in the loosest sense of that word. Not that I don't love it, understand. Oh, wait a second. Maybe you get this. And also... Where's your cauldron at? Here it is. And then you can have this, and... Do I maybe want the Plague Doctor in the third slot? That bloody herb going? No, we'll leave the occultist up there. So let's do that. Okay. Should I get Disorienting Blast instead? No, because if she has Disorienting Blast instead, then she doesn't have any way of hitting the front ranks. This is fine. So we're all good, we're all equipped. Yeah, okay. Let's go kill a boss. I had never really thought of any of the bosses as being terribly difficult until the end of the last Let's Play, the normal mode Let's Play. If you watched that... Wait, I don't need this. If you watched that, then you probably saw me almost have a party wipe to the red version of this boss.
I could not store such a prodigious amount of offal, nor could I rid myself of it easily, possessed as it was by unnameable things from outer spheres. When excavations beneath the manor broke through into an ancient network of aqueducts and tunnels, I knew I had found a solution to the problem of disposal. The thing is more terrible than I can describe. An incoherent jumble of organ, sinew, and bone.
Okay, for the record, in case anybody runs into a similar problem, let's jam it all in a tunnel underneath my house is not a real solution to that problem.
For a task well performed.
Wow. Howdy. Surprise. Okay, that was a fairly good start.
Well struck.
He is Eldritch. Aw. Wait. I don't think I've ever seen him not do collect call when there are no heads out. Weird.
Press disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed when we failed to get the kill before his turn, because I assumed that he would summon heads for us to deal with. But apparently not the case. Apparently he can sometimes use show collection, which is an attack that does basically nothing. I do so love good scouting. I think we've encountered one of those situations where we don't even have to buff up before the boss. We can just go straight over there, fight the boss, and then camp some point later in the mission.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
It can be nice to camp before the boss. Well, we now know that there are no secret rooms, so we don't have to save a key. It's crazy that we got every single room in the dungeon scouted so quickly. Every room and hallway. Oh, I forgot to swap them back. I mean, I guess it's actually for the best. I don't want them swapped for the opening of this fight. Oh, Grape Shot Blast won't kill it.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them.
So you have 7 left? Yeah, you still need. Well, I mean, I guess it's not like super pressing. It's not like the drummers are terrifying enemies. So the question is, do I want to bother killing this guy off quickly? I may as well.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
He does have an attack that hits 4 people, which means that it's
Their formation is broken.
somewhat prone to getting crits. It does get 4 chances per cast, so. You leave Puppy Man alone. Our Houndmaster does seem to be going last an awful lot. His speed's not that low. It's a little bit awkward when the last enemy in the fight is in the closest position. Alright, we just need to give him a little tap. That is actually totally sufficient. But there's also no point in waiting on him.
A faint hope blossoms.
Okay, let's see. Who has a quirk that they like removed? Okay, Hendry has some bad stuff. You have a lot of things that don't really matter. Same with you. And your stuff doesn't matter at all. Okay, Hendry. Alright, not too bad. That was a decent outcome on that. So I don't have too much to say about this dungeon. It is the same as so many other dungeons that we have performed.
Squirming, contorting, and ever expanding. This horror must be unmade.
Alright, so it's formed into two pieces that have 80% prot and one piece that has 60. Of course, that means our targeting is pretty clear here for the beginning. I even think to the point that I don't want to use point blank shot.
Impressive.
I think it's going to be better to do this than to use tentacles. Hey, look what I'm doing. Look what I remembered to do. And it didn't really buff up that attack very much. Don't stun. Aw. I was hoping to use battlefield medicine to get rid of that bleed. Alright, this is a little bit more what I was looking for here. I probably should have healed the Houndmaster instead of doing, what do you call it? Abyssal Artillery. I just saw an opening with both of these guys being kind of squishy targets. Alright, well the Houndmaster's going to go ahead and bandage. Hopefully that's fairly obvious.
Devastating blow.
Oh dear. Big heal. Okay, 9's fairly big. Big enough. Big-ish. This sucks. I've never seen this before. And there's not really anything to be done about it. More bleeding. It is losing a lot of health right now to damage over time effects. Yep, these back parts are both ticking for 16. We had some pretty okay luck on the stun resists. Also, the fact that the back part keeps transforming into this is good as well because it can't use Bone Zephyr from there. You may have noticed it skipping its turn. Not quite the values I'm hoping for here. Alright, be gentle. Or miss. Miss is good. Okay, not gentle.
Singular strike.
Okay, not bad. I think this has to be done. It's just way too much damage. Alright, what's the boss up now? 3? I think we got it. I think we got there.
Its destruction is a small consolation, given the implications of its terrible existence.
Okay.
This expedition at least promises success.
We probably aren't going to need that. Honestly, do we need to camp right now just to heal off the damage from the fight? That really hurt. I don't want to camp right now. We're in good health. We're in high light. I suppose what I should have done was just walk across here. I saw this cluster of curios and treasures, and I was like, oh, I want to be there. Yeah, let's go ahead and camp just for healing, really.
Furtive and vulnerable. Rats in a maze.
Go Hound's Watch. This is the part where I wish we had a An Arbalest. So we can give somebody a 20% damage buff for only 2 time units. And then do we have... We have clean guns for 4, which would leave us with another 2. Which can just be wound care or something. I think that's what we'll do. So we'll go... Oh, he can't Dark Strength himself, though. And honestly, the Houndmaster's not doing that much damage, really. He's mostly stunning. The vast majority of the damage is coming from these two and the Plague Doctor's Blights, which are unaffected by plus damage modifiers. Well, maybe we don't actually get any use out of Dark Strength here. We're definitely doing clean guns. Let's get that out of the way. We only have 1 wound care. We really are actually pretty short on healing abilities. Not a good health recovery group. I suppose we'll do that. Buff Dogman up. Whatever, she's probably fascinated by a filthy needle. You know how these Plague Doctors are.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
And that purpose is making money. Making 250 gold. Pretty sweet deal, you guys. Oh, hey, look, it's that guy. This is one of those times when it would have been nice to, it would have been nice to not be in the Highwayman first formation.
Unforgiving.
Ah, she still needs 1 more damage on her. That's annoying. I should have had the Houndmaster do the multi-bleed. Oh, he's really gained a lot of stress very quickly. Does he need to heal people? Maybe himself. Oh, I suppose I didn't need to do that. I should have just pistol shotted. Come on, Lucky Stun. Alright. Isolate and control, always.
Masterfully executed.
Okay, not bad. It is very rarely the case, and I've said this several times before, I apologize if I'm repeating myself, but it is very rarely the case that one of these big guys can easily kill you by himself. He can probably do lots of damage to you, but that's not the same thing. Like a hulking Swinetour does do lots of damage sometimes, and he can get that, I don't remember what it's called, but the big attack. The one that hits everybody. You can get a crit or 2 on that, and really ruin your day. Ooh. I'm not going to use this other dog treat, let's be honest. I don't want to fight a yellow level Shambler, do I? I don't remember how many items are on the Shambler's loot table. I don't actually think I knew ever, so I guess forget is, or don't remember, I think is what I said. Not really accurate. We've got a couple of things from the Shambler that aren't the map. The odds of the map dropping have to be pretty increased. No, it can't. It cannot possibly be right to fight the Shambler in that situation. Yellow Shambler is just too dangerous. Honestly, Green Shambler I probably would have fought. There's a loading screen tip that tells you that the pigs are not immune, but resistant to blight thanks to their unclean living. But I don't know, the blight always seems to land for me. The tentacle attack, on the other hand, not so good. Well, at least he didn't try to puke on the occultist. You have left 6. You're on 8. He doesn't have lethal damage on him, even. I think I want to get started on this guy. The dog attacks everyone skill should be sufficient to, I hope, take care of a couple of these. Actually, Abyssal Artillery will do it. So you're at 15. Only 6? Harsh.
Powerful blow.
Okay, there we go. That was lethal. He will now die before he can act. Come on, occultist, go early in the turn order.
Death by inches.
Early enough. Ah, look at that efficiency. Cured the bleed right off of him. I was actually hoping that that blackjack would be lethal.
This is how a life is taken.
So we know we can trash our stack of keys. We know that when it comes right down to it, we do not need keys. There's no secret room.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
I don't mean to push it. I just am trying desperately to get every last bit of value out of these dungeons. I think it's really, really important for us. Especially as we approach upgrading multiple parties of people up into the red, which is an expensive proposition. The last level of both armor and weapons, tremendously
Eradicated.
overpriced. Okay, good dodge, good dodge.
The ground quakes.
Pretty reasonable crit. And 110% stun resist. I've still got like an 80% chance to stun that. Alright, somebody has to deal with this thing. I thought it could be you, but apparently not. I'm not too happy about having to use the everybody bleeds skill there, but we had to get rid of that guy. Okay, we just need one more little touch. Okay.
A victory.
Good enough.
Perhaps the turning point.
Again, with the rubies and also the sapphires. Being able to dig through this passage would be convenient. So I probably don't want to drop my shovels yet. You know what? Here's what we'll do. We'll just eat this stack of food. There we go. Basically, once our torch,
awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
you know what, I'm going to discard this key. I don't remember what I was saying. Before the glint of treasure got me.
Such blockages are unsurprising. These tunnels predate even the earliest settlers.
Alright, now we can freely discard that shovel. I think it did all it needs to do. I think we're just going to go to this curio and then leave.
The darkness holds much worse than mere trickery and boogeymen.
The thing has a lot of negative outcomes if you try to interact with it without the appropriate holy water. Which I do not have. Okay, well. Pretty uneventful quest, all told. Sadly, our occultist is going to need some psychological assistance. Alright, we don't need to see this. Alright, well that went very smoothly. Yeah, poor guy. He needs the sanitarium.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
There he is. This is not the right place to give him that. Okay. Nothing that we still need. We'll come back next time on Darkest Dungeon. Come back next time to Darkest Dungeon. When we fight some more guys. Maybe some red guys. Ooh. That's a nice trinket. Alright, yep. Come back next time. I don't know what kind of mission we'll do, but it'll be great. Blood will be spilled. Only some of it will be ours. And we'll see you then.